A run machine and accumulator, a batsman to wear down the most wanted of bowling attacks. Sunil Gavaskar was all of this and more. When he retired, he had over 10,000 runs under his belt, scored all over the world in varying conditions. Some saved his team, some helped him cross milestones that lent him greatness.
He batted and played to the best of the fast bowler, all-time best fast bowler, Michael Holding, Andy Robert, Croft, you can say Marshall, you can say Imran Khan, Sarfraz, Dennis Lilly, Thompson, Rodney Haw, Croft, you can name few more, Bob Willis, John Snow. I think during that 70s to 80s he played, I think all-time great fast bowler played, and he got runs against everybody with so much conviction and so much with ease, and playing without helmet and dominating the world cricket in that era. I think it was great being an Indian.
It was a journey that started in the Caribbean but fittingly ended at home. The gem of an innings against Pakistan at Bangalore and his last essay on a pitch that was no different. He stood his ground even as heads were rolling at the other end on a vicious turnout. There was no fairy tale ending. India lost the test and the series. But even in his last appearance in the test arena, he had proved that he was the only master.
Well-timed shot, but he can't get past.
But his last test innings was by no means an aberration. It was more the rule. Saving India the blushes was his holy mission, his crusade. And he was successful most of the times, like he was in 1986 against Australia in Sydney.
And there's only one gentleman in control out there at the moment.
His 172 paving way for India's first total of over 600 runs on foreign soil.
Brought up in uncharacteristic-like fashion from Gavaskar.
This followed his magnificent 166 not out at Adelaide in the same series, despite being retired hurt on 39, a blow that left his forearm incapacitated, but not his will and determination. His runs ensured that India wouldn't lose the plot against the Aussies.
So a few stares there, Alan Border and Greg Matthews, both staring at war.
But the most enchanting of Gavaskar's duels were against the West Indian pace battery. The winter of '83 saw him wield his willow like an axe. Hook and pull were the order of the day as he punished the bowlers. His 50 came in 37 balls. He went on to make 121. The 94-ball ton putting him at par with Don's 29 centuries.
The Donald Bradman's record of 29 Test hundreds.
On the way crossing the milestone of 8,000 Test runs. The Chennai Test of the same series saw him cross Sir Don Bradman's mark with a record of his own, 236 not out. Then the highest Test score by an Indian batsman. However, the Englishman were not to escape the fury of Sunny's wide blade. Scored his first century against England in trying conditions at Old Trafford.
What a fine shot.
India was 7 wickets down, but Gavaskar was not out. Partnering Abid Ali, he fought back, staying at the crease for 5 hours for his 101, which included 8 hits to the fence. The second innings was no different as he waged his war against English bowlers in the biting cold, scoring another half-century in the process.
Down the wicket, lost it in a bit.
Little Master, though, saved his best for the West Indies ever since his Test debut series. He struck 2 half-centuries in his first Test and followed that up with a century in the second innings at Kensington Oval in Barbados. He held India's second innings together and scored a masterful 117. His knock was key to India salvaging a draw at the ground, the port of Spain. Though he saw his true genius as he hammered a century and a double century in the last Test of the series, becoming only the second batsman in history to achieve the feat. And it's no surprise that his teammates hold him in high esteem.
See, he was a captain who never wanted to lose, you know, like he wanted to win first, then he said, all right, and if you don't win, then we have to draw the match, you know. So, you know, like that, in a way, that's a great thing, you know, you don't want to, is the person you don't want to lose, that means he's always wanted to win the game.
125 tests, 10,000 plus runs are not mere numbers to define the legend of Sunil Gavaskar, but a tribute to a man who rose above all to stamp his class and represent the aspirations of a whole generation of Indians and bring about a change in the way Indians played cricket.